We got some really good young talented players, and I guess it was on display a little bit tonight. But Tyler gave us another real good start. Ran into a little trouble there in the seventh, but bullpen really stepped up tonight, big time. Otto and Mott got some huge outs. That was nice to see.
Obviously, it wasn't an eighth or ninth inning, but Otto comes in a really high leverage situation. Are you getting to the point where you're ready to use him later in games in these type of situations?
Yeah, talked to him coming out of the break about that, and some of it depends on situation, workload, and all that. There are other factors, but yeah, I talked to him about some higher leverage situations, and I had my sights on him when if the lineup turns over that inning, Forsythe shows up, I'm gonna go to Otto right there and stay with Andy because I thought he was our best matchup. The bottom half of the order, he only gave up 2 hits, coming into the inning. Felt like he was still throwing the ball well, and they got all those left-handed hitters on the bench, so you go get the righty right there, and they had the favorable matchups at that point. So it worked out. Guys got some big outs.
Was it similar to the thinking yesterday where you gave John an extra inning where you kind of wanted Anderson to develop almost? You played for his strengths?
That's part of it, but the biggest factor is just I felt like he was our best matchup, and at that point in their lineup. So and he was still strong and throwing the ball well, and so yeah, that's but it also helps that the guys go out there and put down that last inning as a young starter. That means a lot.
Well, with Mott tonight, had he made any significant adjustments to the Mott we saw just before the break?
No, just he threw some really well located fastballs tonight. I thought he used his fastball well. Threw some cutters, but for the most part, stuck that fastball on the corners.
What do you think about what Tyler's been able to do specifically at Coors Field since he's came up? It's not easy for him to play.
Yeah, no, he's pitched well everywhere. I think the changeup is a big reason for that. We've seen De La Rosa do it for years here with that changeup. When you can throw that pitch and it's a plus pitch and you can throw it at any time, whether it's to get back in counts, if you get in a tough count, or to finish at bats. Both those guys can do that very well, and I think that's a big reason for Tyler's success so far.
How big was that eighth inning challenge, basically enabling yourself to play 2 of those insurance runs?
Yeah, that's huge. Go out there with a 3-run lead as opposed to a 1-run lead where anything can happen. Danny hustled down the line. Ended up being a big play. We got some big at bats, some big hits after that. Barnesy had a big at bat there.
Were you convinced of the challenge?
I'm never convinced of the challenges, but I thought the replay showed he was safe, but you never know. Sometimes they don't have a great angle, and it's got to be convincing. So you just never know once it goes there.
You got to try there, though, right?
Yeah, you got to try. Yeah.
With Otto, you haven't really gone past or to that full inning beyond
Right.
1 time. Is there a point you want to get to him where you're comfortable with him making 4 outs or facing more lefties or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, faced a lefty tonight. I mean, that's he's worked hard to be effective against left-handed hitters. A couple of years ago, that was a bit of his Achilles heel, but he's made some adjustments, especially right before he got hurt, and he feels much more confident against left-handers. Primarily I use him against righties because he's lethal against righties, always has been. But yeah, you'll see him face some lefties and get a full inning at some point here.
Compared to last year, how effective do you think he's been, especially in these last few appearances?
Ottavino?
Yeah.
It's tough to match what he did last year before he got hurt. He was untouchable. His velocity will get back there. It's not there quite yet, but it's plenty good enough. And the slider is a wipeout pitch for him still. That's what keeps him out of trouble out there.